Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning. Acha,
Good morning, ma'am.
now, good morning. Okay, this is just to inform you. We will begin the class after 10 minutes. Okay, just give me 10 minutes. We'll start after 10 minutes. Okay, just
Okay,
stay
ma'am.
online. Yeah, just stay online. We'll start after 10 minutes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Yes, class. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for waiting. Okay, today I think before your midterm, we need to complete one of the topics in the third module, which is writing for the web, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we will start with that. And I think last week one of you had suggested to give you a Prezi exercise so that you
Yes,
can
ma'am.
finish it. Yes, you can finish it within a stipulated time. So let me first teach you, discuss writing for the web, and then we can take up that Prezi writing assignment. Okay.
Okay,
I
ma'am.
hope apart from that we don't have any other topic that needs to be covered before the midterm. Just check the syllabus once. I will also upload the notes on writing for the web. Okay. Writing for the web promotion and publicity. Okay. Uh, Now, as you all know, that when you are writing for the web, it's usually for a purpose. There's a purpose, motive, why you are writing. On the web page, right? This web page can be of any institution, okay, educational institution, of other organization, of some company, restaurants, right? There are so many different, I would say, um, service providers, let's put it that way, who have, web pages. Like, so when you are designing this web page, okay, you need to put in some kind of content in that web page. Now, when you are putting, that inserting that content in that web page, your main purpose is to reach out to the audience, to make it informative, right? Someone who knows, about the existence of a particular, say, organization or education institution or restaurant or, some startup company, anything. And somebody needs to look up, the details of that particular company, service provider. Okay. They would be looking for some kind of information, specific information. So when you are designing that web page, inserting that content, first and foremost thing which you must keep in mind is that, you have to identify, the category of audience you will be reaching out to. Okay. If it is an educational institution, let's take up our institute, for example. So when the web page of the institute is designed, it needs to, provide those information which are relevant for the students. But see, this educational institution, they have faculty members also as people who need to get some information, right? So they can cater to the needs of the faculty members, on teaching stuff. So they design, the web page accordingly. You have different uh, links, right? And where you can click and then you can get the relevant information. So depending on the kind of audience, okay, the students would always be looking at the student notice board, right? So you have that link. It has been designed accordingly. Faculty members, they would be looking at the general notice, even the students notice board, okay, whatever is relevant for them. So you will have to, identify, your target audience. Okay? You have to understand what they would be, looking for when they visit a particular website, web page of a particular organization, company, institute, whatever it is. Okay. Now, when you are providing the information, after you understand the audience, you will have to understand, if this is my audience, they would be looking for some specific information. So you have got a goal. Okay. Though that information is your goal. That specific, providing the specific information is your goal. So you will have to reach that goal and achieve it. You have to design it accordingly. You have to look for different ways how you can help your target audience with the relevant information. Now, when you have put in that web page, now your website must be easily accessible. And how do we search these web pages? We obviously, type the organization's name or education institution's name on the search engine. We use Google, Yahoo. Uh, I think there's one Bingo or Bing, something like that. Then
Edge.
yes,
Microsoft Edge.
yes, Microsoft Edge. So there are many search engines which are available. So we type it. So that, when you are putting the name, typing the name of the educational institute, you have to be careful and you have to make it, readily accessible all on all types of search engines. Okay. You have to understand that they are important as well. So these are the things, okay, you need to keep in mind. Now, we will discuss, this. I just, give you a brief introduction to what we would be actually looking into when we are discussing, writing for the web. So we will take all these aspects a little bit in detail. Okay. Now, how would you identify this audience? Okay. Obviously, when I took the example of IIEST, I told you that, they have to provide information to different categories of people. Students, faculty, non-faculty, even, prospective students, prospective faculty members. So, there are different categories of, people who will be sitting behind the screen. Okay. And they would have different needs, purpose for visiting the website. Yes. Why they would be visiting the website? If you are already a student of IIEST, you will be looking at the website, to know whether there is any holiday or not, whether classes have been suspended or not, when is your mid-sem, end-sem, when is your next registration date, okay, when is the orientation program, for information like this. If you are faculty members, we will be looking into all this kind of information as well as, other information which concerns the faculty members. Now, if you are not yet a student or faculty members or a non-teaching staff of the institute, but you are looking for admission in the institute, prospective student, then also you would want a brief overview, a bird's eye view, of the institute. Okay, so different people will have different means, for accessing the website. The time they would be visiting the website. Okay. Now, some visit the website immediately, see before or after the joint entrance exam. Okay, there's some students. Why? Because you get the rank, or that you may score something like that, and you were anticipating that you may be within this rank. So, and that if you score this much, if you're within that rank, you would get a call from this institute. Okay. So, that is one time. Okay, that is a time. So the institute will upgrade, information uh, according to the time. They know that, okay, students will be looking up the website during, the declaration of the results or immediately after the declaration of the results. So they would try to upgrade the website at that time, make it more appealing to the students, okay, according to that. Similarly, when it is time for the exam, you will see that there are so many notices, even, on the home page itself, you will see that, there will be hyperlinks also, where you would see the information being flashed, the midterm exam begins from so and so date. Okay. That is something, which you wouldn't be required to search. Go to other, those links and search. That will be there in the homepage itself. So, depending on the time, they filter information also, okay, and flash it accordingly. Now, the tone of the notice or, some information, that also, makes a lot of difference. If it is a general kind of information, suppose we are talking about the institute, okay, or the director's message, okay, the tone is entirely different. It is informative, and at the same time, it would try to draw the uh, students to that particular institute. So the tone adopted would be according to that purpose. Okay, something which will appeal, which will give them, some kind of good image, rosy picture of, what things are like. Now, I was talking about links also. Okay, and there are quick links also on some of the web pages. We have that in Chipur's web page as well. Now, everything is not, available on the home page itself. Okay. Some relevant information are flashed there, highlighted there. But then, if you want some detailed information, okay, there are links for that. You can visit those links on the home page. You can click on that and you can, go through it. Suppose the director's message or about the institute, okay, how old it is, what is the legacy of the institute. These things are not available on the homepage of IIEST. I think all of you have visited the web page. So did you find it there? No. There are links which take you to that, okay, to those pages. So that is how, the web page is designed, which would help you to locate information, the relevant information. Right? Now, after you have understood, the target audience and what they would be looking for, when they would be looking for, and which tone would be most suitable for them, you next, go on to understand the psyche of the audience. By understanding the psyche of the audience, what I mean is that you have already asked these questions to yourself. You are designing the web page also accordingly. You have put in that relevant information also. The content is there. Okay. But after, before uploading the final product, okay, on the web page, you must first, go through those pages. Okay. The pages must be scanned. Okay. Keywords, phrases, they should be picked out. It should be read in quick, short bursts, okay? Then, you can apply this control F thing and see if, you can locate with the help of some keywords whether, multitasking is possible or not, right? Some hyperlinks can be generated or not from one link to another, page, whether you can help the students or faculty members or whoever the target audience is to move to that or not. So the information must be uh, before uploading, must be scanned properly. Now, when you have scanned the information, according to the taste, need of the audience, you have to make certain important decisions. Okay. The goal I was talking about, your goal is to obviously, upload information for relevant content for the stakeholders, the target audience, okay, be it students or faculty members or non-teaching staff. So when you are doing that, okay, you have to then understand what is your own goal. Okay, you know the target audience, you know what kind of information they would be looking for. After knowing that, okay, you have to take that important decision, whether your goal is just to inform, okay, provide that information, or you want to engage, the stakeholders, you want them to take some action, you want to, stand apart. Okay. It may be simply informative, okay? Like midterm exam is going to begin from this and this date. You know that your purpose is that the student just wants this kind of information. So, simple information will suffice. Engaging the, audience, or you want them to take some action, if that is your purpose, like I was saying, you have to adopt a very appealing tone to attract the students. So when you are doing that, your goal is, to attract the students. So you want them to take some action. Your action means, preferring the particular institute above all other institutes. And while doing that, you actually try to paint a very rosy picture where it shows that the institute is different from other similar categories or of institutes and in a better way. Okay. Now, when you decide, okay, the goal, your purpose, uh, how you're going to cater to the audience, okay, you must then decide what kind of format you're going to take up. Stories, profiles, tables of information, or videos. Now, if it is stories, some success stories can be uploaded, right? If you say that, it will be appealing to the other students, okay? Now, students, before taking the admission in a particular engineering discipline, they might go through the web page of that particular engineering department, right? I think most of you have done. So there, how would you know the department, whether, it is good or bad, whether, it can actually live up to your expectations? How would you understand that? Okay, just, there's a civil engineering department established in so and so year, and there are so many faculty members, and then done. This kind of information won't help. How? Then what can help, the profile of the different teachers, okay? Their teaching research output, if that is attractive, then the students will get an idea, yes, this is a very good department. So if I get selected in this department, this institute, it will be a good opportunity to learn, right? So their profiles would help you. Tables of information. The tables of information I mean, take the example of the department web page itself. Okay. Now only teachers won't suffice. Okay, the profile of the teachers won't suffice. You need to know the infrastructure available there as well. So you would see, there are different columns. Infrastructure, lab facilities, classrooms, so on and so many things are there. You click on all those links and then try and find out the kind of information available there. Okay. Now, if you take up, videos, audios, these type of format, providing information are proper, if you are uploading, some information about uh, society, some society. There are so many societies, the dance society, theater society, music society, right, in IIEST. Then you have those cultural programs. So if you, upload small clippings of videos or audios, that will give the target audience, some kind of theme. Okay, that okay, this is what happens. Okay, you may be interested then furthermore to, take a plunge in that direction. So depending, the kind of information you want to furnish, okay, and the action you expect out of the target audience, you decide the format, how you are going to provide that information. Is this clear till this much? Is this clear, class? Are you there? Are you listening? Class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you followed till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now, after, understanding the audience, the kind of information you want to put, and the format you want to put up those information, okay, you would again want to help your audience. Now, how do you help your audience? You help your audience, basically through formatting. After the information, okay, and the tone you take up to provide that information, you format it, okay. You use concise and to the point, statements. Short paragraphs are used. Headings, subheadings are there. And then you write in an inverted pyramid format. Now, by inverted pyramid format, I don't mean, a diagram in inverted pyramid, the diagram, and you're putting the information in the inverted pyramid. No. What I mean by inverted pyramid is that, what is the most noteworthy information? What actually, should be conveyed first? That is there on top. Then you give the important details, and then, other general information is there. So this is the inverted pyramid format. Okay, the most noteworthy information first, then important details, and then other general information. Okay. There are other devices also, which can catch the attention of the audience and can be helpful to them. You can use bullet points, easy to follow steps. There may be tables, okay, some kind of infographics, anything that would catch the attention of the target audience is acceptable. And when you catch the attention of the target audience, you are actually, helping your audience. Definitely, your web page, is being visited frequently and helps the audience also. It's better, to help the audience, you use simple language and words. There should be no grammatical error. Excess punctuation should be avoided. Hyperlinks may be used if you think, a particular statement information can provide, some kind of confusion. Additional information is required. So hyperlinks can be inserted in between, and, people can click on that and get more information on that particular topic, statement, whatever. Descriptive links should be used, not something like click here. Okay. Suppose you want to get information about the labs, okay, of the civil engineering department. So you have this general description of the department, And then, when you are seeing infrastructure facilities in the lab, you see this entire thing as a hyperlink, not something like click here. Okay. It will then give you the target audience, uh, the idea that you will be getting information only on the relevant information on the infrastructure facility. Okay. So those descriptive links actually help, not something like click here. Headlines can be capitalized, bold, italicized. That would give you some kind of visual cue. Okay. Facts should be presented in a very credible manner. Okay. And steps should be taken to avoid marketing fluff. Spelling errors, proofreading is a must. Spelling errors should be avoided. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we will talking about the search engines. Okay. Now, when you think about the search engines and how your web page can be easily accessed, okay, you have to keep certain things in mind. Like, the keywords should be used strategically throughout the content. Okay. So that, if you know some keyword, you will be typing that on your search engine. And if that is there in the content, you would see immediately the relevant web page being displayed in your options. Meaningful title pages should be there. Okay. Link text should be there. URL structures if required, that should be properly mentioned. So that whatever little information you have, keyword, phrase you have in your mind, you type that and you are immediately redirected to the relevant page by the search engine. Now, this obviously can be understood by the organization, company, and the person whose web page it is. You know what, types of phrases, keywords can be used by the target audience to, uh, reach that page. So you have to distribute that information accordingly. Now, when you are, using uh, judicious employment of, keywords, key phrases, what people usually take up while searching, it does not mean that, you will use them excessively. Uh, that should be woven naturally into the content. If you, put throw in those words excessively, it may appear very redundant, unnecessary. That appeal may be lost. Second, you have to be very careful when you are writing the content. The web statistics should also be continuously monitored and analyzed. So these are the aspects, which you must keep in mind to, make your web page more accessible across different search engines. Okay. The most important role is played by the keywords and prephrase. Okay. Is this understood, class? You need me to explain any point again? Class, have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything you want me to repeat?
No.
Okay. So much so for writing for the web. Okay. These are the basic things which you need to keep in mind when you are writing, a content page for the web. Now, since you have no question for the question, what I would do is that, I will upload a Prezi passage for Prezi, go through that, okay, and I will give you some time like half an hour or so. Uh, and I would expect you to uh, write the Prezi and upload it on your classroom, okay? So I'll be doing that now. Is that okay, class? This will be a classroom assignment.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay. So open your classroom and just wait for a minute. I'm uploading it. Okay. Just open your classroom. Okay, class. I have assigned you a passage for Pressy writing. Okay. So that's uploaded on your classroom. Just see whether you can access it or not. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I have given you half an hour time, okay, which is too much for Pressy, but since this is the first time you are doing it and this is a slightly longer passage, it's almost 800 words. Okay, so I've given you half an hour time. In this half an hour, I just want to see how you approach it, Pressy, okay, and how you write it. Title should be there, read it, and one third of the length, number of words, actual number of words should be your Pressy. Okay, so go through it and do it. So I've given you half an hour. You can start now. Is it okay, class?
Ma'am, should we upload it?
Yes, I want you to upload it.
Okay, ma'am.
Otherwise, I won't know whether you can, work within a stipulated time or not.
Ma'am, please share a example of writing on the web on classroom.
No, I haven't done that. I'll do that. Don't worry. First, work on this spreadsheet.
Ma'am, this type of big précis will be given in exam. Like,
No. Maximum of 300 words it will be.
yes, ma'am. Like it has 775 and
No,
it
this
comes
is,
out
this
one
is,
third like 300,
yes, I know.
258.
Yes, that is why I've given you half an hour and I know it's a slightly longer pressing, but in your exam you will be getting within 300 words so that
Okay, ma'am.
you can finish it within 10 minutes. Keeping that in mind, I have given you
Ma'am, we have to write the summary, right? In the pressing.
yes, somewhat like a summary, but then it should be one third of the actual length.
Ma'am,
Summary
you
can
said
be
we will draw the grid now, right? Do we have to draw
yes,
the grid now?
yes. You can draw
Ma'am,
the grid. You can draw the grid
ma'am,
because that will give
one
you
third will mean like 300 words. Ma'am, then 50 lines we have to draw now.
you may avoid doing that. Okay, if you draw the grid, actually it will give you an idea. How many words you
Yes, ma'am,
are.
I know, but the 50 lines, I think it will be little difficult to draw now, ma'am, provided the time.
Okay, then write it in paragraph and then you just don't draw line. Just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. Number it and write it. No, why will you draw line?
Okay, okay.
Try and write it in a paragraph form, but on top you make the rows and the column numbers. Just put it and write it. Don't draw line.
Ma'am, we can do it in a normal copy, right?
Yes. I just want to see whether you can finish writing it and you have attended in a proper manner within the stipulated time.
Okay, okay. And ma'am, is the word limit is 300?
Actually, it should be one third of the actual number of words. So if it is coming to 300, you have to write it 300. I don't think it
Okay,
is
okay.
300. It will be less than 300.
Yes, ma'am, I think so.
Right.
Ma'am, it should be in one paragraph only, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello. I have completed it, but in middle, sometimes some words are get crossed. Like if I have no time, but can I upload it?
Yeah, yeah, do it. You still have 5 minutes time.
In 5 minutes, ma'am, it is impossible to write it again, ma'am.
আচ্ছা, okay, fine.
2-3 words are মানে
আচ্ছা,
একটু
okay, no
নোংরা হয়ে
problem.
গেছে.
Okay, I'm not marking you out. I'll just see the pattern whether you have understood or not.
Okay,
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 my
ma'am. Okay,
purpose
ma'am.
is to do that.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, due to some technical problem, I have joined late and I completed two paragraphs, but I not able to complete it, ma'am,
You
in
still
time.
have 4 5 minutes time. Just go through it and write as much as possible.
Uh, Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, I am uploaded it in JPG image format. Is it okay?
It's okay, it's okay. I'll just go through it, okay? I'm not marking you, so it's okay.
Okay, ma'am. I submitted.
Fine, fine. I'll wait till 12:20 for all.
Ma'am, I have also submitted my work, but I think it is a bit short.
Okay, 12, 20, and only 5 of you could submit. What about the rest? There are 90 students. So 90 students are not present. There are 70 students present today. So out of 70 students, only
Actually,
5
it's
had
taking time. Actually, the reading the passage only took a lot of time.
5 students could not submit.
I could not complete. I like
Ma'am,
trying,
actually
but
it's
it's taking
taking
time.
time to upload due to some net connection.
Okay, fine. See, the class hasn't ended yet, right? So I have given you half an hour time. So most of you could not do it in half an hour. What I would say is that since we still have this class time, uh, wait. I want to see how long do you take to complete it. So take your time and do it. Stay online and upload it. Okay. Did you follow my instructions?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah. Just continue doing it. Continue working on it. Okay. Those who have finished, just upload it. Those who haven't, take your time. This is your class and do it and submit it. I want to see how much you have understood. Okay. Okay, and in the meantime, in your classroom, I have uploaded some list on antonyms, one word substitution, similar sounding words, and foreign words used in English. Okay, 4 sheets have been uploaded in your classroom. Just check whether you can see them or not.
Yes, ma'am. Get it.
Okay, good. These things will be there in your midterm. Okay. Okay, few presses, 3, 4 presses. I've just gone through those who have submitted. One thing which you like this ones which I opened, you have not given a title to your pressy. That was there in your instruction, and you are supposed to give a title to your pressy. I think Shudeshna you have given. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I have
Yeah.
given.
Yeah. There are others who have not given the title. The title is a must. So as a pressy, if it is out of 7, 8 marks, 1 mark will be for your title. So it needs to be a proper apt title. And another thing which I have told you is that, just as we will give you the number of words which are there in the passage for the precis, the total number of words, since there won't be much time and you cannot make the grid system and the final draft, it is your duty to give, mention the number of words which you have employed, in writing the precis. Okay? At the end of your precis, just write the number of words which you have used, because you cannot use the grid system in this exam because of the paucity of time.
Ma'am, I have submitted.
Okay.
कच्चा मेरे माइक को ऑन होना है.
भाई मैम चला गया क्या?
Yes. Do you have a question?
Nothing, we're just saying that we submitted the assignment.
Okay, just a second. Let me see how many of you have submitted. Just only 11 so far.
Hello ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, next day is the last class before our mid-semester exam. Can
Today,
you
because
please?
tomorrow, as I told you that if I complete, discussing the topics which will be there for your midterm, I won't be taking the Wednesday class. So
Okay ma'am.
tomorrow is Wednesday, so tomorrow I won't be taking the class, and we will meet again after your midterm. Okay?
Ma'am, please you briefly explain how to make the exam answer sheet. How to make the sheet.
You know what is the pattern, right? You in the talk sheet you write your name, enrollment number, department, the subject code, and everything. Okay, that is there. The date, those details which you had done in your first semester, those things are there. Okay, and the exam will be out of 30 marks. You'll be getting some questions from grammar. Okay, for grammar, I had told you earlier, there is no need for you to copy the sentences. Just write the answers. Okay, no need to copy the questions. Just put the question number and write the answer. Okay, this
Okay,
is
ma'am.
one thing. Uh, you'll be required to write a paragraph, comprehension, and there will be précis. Okay, so paragraph, it will be within 150 words that you'll have to write a paragraph on any general topic. Okay, it will be there, and a passage for comprehension would be there. Okay, and then a passage for précis. So these three are a bit, elaborate sections. So whichever you think that you can finish early, attempt that first. But write your question number properly. Okay, and it should be in one PDF file. No single pages. There are some students who upload single pages, not a single file. So please don't do that. Upload a single file. Okay. This is how you are going to prepare your answer
Ma'am,
script.
for error correction, we have to write a sentence or the wrong
No, only
sentence.
the correct thing. Okay. Now, if there are two, three errors in one sentence, suppose I'm giving an example. So if you just write, those two, correct the two errors and write it, it may be a bit difficult. Okay. So in that case, write the full correct sentence. Okay. Do that.
And then in other cases, we have to write a wrong word and then the correct word.
No, you can do that also, but see, if there are two, like more than one error in a particular sentence, okay, so it may be difficult, to get a hang of the correct word, like where you have changed it. So in that case, I'm saying that write the full correct sentence. Don't copy the incorrect one, write the full correct sentence. For fill in the blanks, just write the answer which you are going to put in the fill in the blanks. Okay. For antonyms, similar sounding words, or if it is idioms, you will be required to write sentences. Make sentences with those idioms. So you will have to write
Ma'am,
just the
do
yes,
we have to upload in PDF format or JPG
yes,
format?
no PDF format. PDF is
Okay,
better.
ma'am.
And ma'am, the file name.
File name you don't have to give it. In any case, if you don't save it, with a name, your enrollment number and name comes as the file name. So that
Okay.
is good. At least it is very convenient for me. But on your top sheet, the one which you're writing, write your name, enrollment number, subject code, date, all these things you write on the
Ma'am, in
top.
every page or in just first page?
Only the first page.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
can we write our institute name like IIST Shivpur,
If
Btech
you
first
want
semester
to
midterm?
see, if you can keep it prepared, the first cover page prepared, okay, beforehand, it will save you time.
Yes, ma'am. Like
Okay.
we can make a file and we can make the xerox it for other subject. The subject will be blank. We
I
can
have
write
seen
the
one or
subject
two
from different
students
exam.
doing that. I have seen one or two students doing that. So you can keep it ready before the exam in any case, that top sheet.
Okay,
You
ma'am.
can put in all details you want. But your name, enrollment number, subject code, date, these are the essential things that should be there. And one single PDF file.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, it's 12:40. Still, I haven't got many responses uh, out of the 70 students. Now, I was just going through a few Prezi again. So, yes, some of you now have included your the title of a Prezi, and yes, you have tried to put in as much information as possible within that, word limit, right? that you have tried to do it. Structure wise, I would say it is okay. Now, in this class, I could not go through the content what you have written, so that I cannot really comment on. But one thing I'd like to repeat: when you are writing the précis for the content, since you have to give only the main points, only the main points. The examples and all these things are given. Avoid examples. Okay, so that will help you to lessen, the number of words you will be putting in a précis. So you can do that. Okay. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think I can let's end the class today.
Ma'am,
Okay. Yes.
we just have first and third topics from the syllabus in midterm, right?
Yes. The first and the third module.
Okay, yeah.
Right. First and third modules entirely. The syllabus has been uploaded on your classroom. Okay.
Yes, yes,
Follow
ma'am.
that syllabus. I have
Ma'am, and the
discussed all
comprehension questions will be MCQ or written?
comprehension question written. Like 1 or 2 marks each question. Maybe there will be some 4 questions. Okay.
Ma'am, if we have submitted, can we leave?
Wait for a minute.
Okay, ma'am.
For comprehension, you'll be getting questions, no MCQs, okay? Like 1 or 2 marks question, each question, and you would be required to write in 1 or 2 sentences in your own words, okay? No copying from the passage. You
Ma'am,
will get half
Ma'am,
marks.
so we have grammar, we have paragraph writing, we have comprehension, we have précis, and we have that idiom stuff. All these
No,
things, right?
everything will come under grammar.
Sorry?
Idioms, antonyms, one-word substitution, all these things will come under your grammar portion.
Okay, so we have grammar and these three writing things.
Yes,
Okay, and the time is 45 minutes for this.
yes,
Okay.
okay.
ma'am, you said we have to minimize giving the examples, and but in my precise writing, I have included all the names of the actors or whatever was written in the passage.
So that is what I'm saying. These type of information you have to be careful when you are writing this type of, précis. Avoid, giving names, examples. Why? Because, it will take more words. Okay, when you are writing those. Then, the
Okay.
relevant information you won't be able to put in. It will be then, just uh, replying, or rephrasing what is there in the paragraph.
Ma'am, but the passage was all about the actors and about the films. So that's why
Yes,
I think.
so you could have clubbed it. That is what I'm saying.
Okay, ma'am. I understood, ma'am.
Any other question, class? No? Okay. Thank you, class, and best of luck for your midterm exam. Okay, you may leave.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, how will get we know that you give today's spacey is right or not? You will leave comment in the classroom.
I was just giving you the feedback after going through the précis. Okay,
Okay,
few of
ma'am.
the
In the
questions.
comment. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, okay.
Okay, I have just given the feedback. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So, thank you.